Hey guys, winning cards here. I got Ashton here. Ashton, what did we do this last weekend?
I got 13th place at the Des Moines Regional.
Perfect. How many rounds do we have? 8?
8 rounds, 136 players.
What deck did we play, sir?
I played quote-unquote pure Ryzeal. There's a small Nemesis engine that I'll explain later on in the deck. But I can count 5 cards as an engine, perfect. So we'll get into that. I'll go with the card by card here.
Yeah.
The mandatory 6 starters. Kami said they gotta be at 2, so they're at 2. 2 ice. The best card in the deck is X Ryzeal because it just does everything for you. Most times I start with the X, and I would do everything. I wouldn't even normal summon ice that turn. I would use it as a hand extender so I can normal summon something else. No Ryzeal because it's the extender of the deck.
Yep.
It brings back your guys from graveyard. It's really helpful. The one new one, Star Ryzeal. Star Ryzeal is crazy.
Such a good card.
Being able to just get materials off your cards and then be able to summon itself for a free body and then just be able to set. Because the Ryzeal spell outs are so good.
Yes.
Because having those are awesome.
The recursion of that deck.
That's
so
pretty
good.
standard. That's like not too hard to figure out. The next engine, small shark engine. 3 big draws and a Drake Shark. You'll see later I'm playing a bunch of spell cards in deck to trigger big draws in the hand.
Okay.
There's 2 extra bodies is everything in this deck.
Yeah.
Being able to get to extra rank 4s. Because summon Tornado just isn't enough, so doing extra with these sharks is awesome.
Probably play their hand traps well with that too.
Yeah. Being able to just like do your Ryzeal stuff, set the field spell, and then flip field spell, which triggers big draws in the hand to summon itself. Because I use a spell card that turn.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, Big Jaw says whenever spell card's using that, you use a spell card that turn, summon it from the hand, on summon search for another shark, add Drake, on add Drake summons itself. That's 2 bodies for free.
Yeah.
Onto the kind of the Nemesis cards here, around 1 Protoss in the main, 2 Shadows in the main. These cards are fantastic. They were the MVPs of the whole day.
How many times did your opponent just want to smack the crap?
Every time I summon the Protoss or the Shadows, or every time I summon the Protoss turn 1, game 1, I won the game on the spot. They scooped.
Yep.
I played against, I think, I want to say 5 or 6, I played against 5 Mitsurugi opponents. In the amount of times I went game 1, turn 1, cross, put back 2, draw a card, and I drew Protoss. Someone Protoss called Dark, and they'd go, "You're main in that?" I go, "Yep."
Game 2.
They go, "Yeah, game 2." Because I would see them use a, what's the card? Dominus Impulse. And I go, "Okay, you're playing a Dark deck for sure, so just call Dark and you lose the game on the spot."
Yep, shuts it down.
Shadows is better going second into boards, like into Malice or Ryzeal. Oh, no, sorry, Malice or Mitsurugi, because I can summon it into an established field, call their type, and then just kill it. Because they're playing all Cybers or they're playing all Reptiles. Call an attribute, they just lose and they can't have no follow up. Because the whole point of those 2 decks is play on your turn.
Gotcha.
So if they can't play on your turn, they just can't play.
Can't play through it.
That's kind of the engine and kind of tech cards. Onto the non-engine here on 3 Ash to stop Moltres because Moltres hurt this deck, especially Perulia. 3 Foolless because stop playing the game.
Right.
3 Perulia, stop playing the game. 3 Meows, I said stop playing the game. I said stop.
Sit down and stop.
These cards were fantastic. They are all different types and attributes for the Nemesises. So being able to just do like 1 or 2 Moltres in a turn, drawing into a bunch of cards, and then at the end, like my draw phase, I can pitch another Moltres for the 3rd thing I need in that graveyard. A lot of times I would go like Perulia Meows on their turn. They gave me a couple, like into a Mitsurugi turn. They draw me a couple cards, and then I would go draw phase Meows. So if they Mitsurugi back, they just give me more cards.
Yeah. Any other main deck besides?
2 Nib.
Okay.
Because it's at one point, so if they're playing into the Moltres, they gotta stop some point.
Yeah, you're gonna force.
Because I don't have enough extenders, but they gotta just stop. So Nibs are kind of the best way to stop their turn.
That's right.
That's gonna be it for the main deck hand traps. Onto the spells and traps. We're on 1 Cross, 1 Plug-in, 1 Plasma Hole. Cross is self-explanatory. It's the negate for the deck.
Really
Plug-in is great for recursion and for extension.
Yep.
So amount of times I would go dual drive add plug-in instead of adding cross, just to be able to plug in back anything. And Plasma Hole, best card ever.
Yeah.
It is just a pop 1. It's a pop 2. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It helps out a lot of things. Like it outs the it helps out the big Mitsurugi guy. The big Mitsurugi negate.
Okay, yeah, the negate.
Because they can change them to negate, but I was like, cool, I don't care.
Yeah.
Search spells now. We're on 1 Bonfire because they limited it.
Yep.
7 Tachyon. This card's crazy. It adds any of the Ryzeal names because I'm playing the target for the Fire Ryzeals, and also adds any of the Shark names I need. So I can 7 Tachyon, add a Shark, and just keep extending there, or I can 7 Tachyon for an Ice Ryzeal for just 1 card starter. Last 3 searches here, Small World, because going first here, Small World, plus any Moltres Army. Well, Small World plus any Moltres Army into Nibiru, because they have 6 defense. They both have 600 defense.
Yeah.
Bridges into any Nemesis, because
That's cute.
the Moltres Armies have 600 defense, like I said. Any Moltres Army 600 defense, Nibiru 600 defense, and then sorry, not Ishados, it's light, but Protoss is level 11.
Yeah.
So just 6 to 6, 11 to 11 gets to Protoss.
Yeah. So it's searchable.
Yeah, and this also just searches. The Moltres Armies are also any access to any extender I need to.
And if you wanted to, it's House of Hand Dread.
Yeah, and then the 40th card, Called by the Grave.
I was just gonna ask if it's 40 because it's double sleeve.
40 cards
on the nose. Look at that.
on the dot.
Love it.
On to the extra deck. 1 detonator, because they said 1, had to play 1. 1 duo drive. The second one never really came up.
Didn't miss it.
If I did want it, I would just reborn it off of the Reborn spell plugin.
Yeah.
Or I put it back off cross. It never really came up on 1 second one. Having the utility in the extra deck was a lot better. For us, the kind of the regular Ryzeal stuff, we got 1 aggregator because break boards with it. 2 Eclipse Twins. Having 1 to put on our detonator, or having 1 to just pitch off X just to
Really good.
have as an attribute or a warrior in graveyard. It was crazy because having to like Protoss away one of my Ryzeal names was difficult because it was only get back its plugin at that point. So having Eclipse Twins to have a light in graveyard also was really nice. And now for the attacking on search targets. 1 Ryzeal for any water 4, so the Sharks. Masquerade for any light 4, the light Ryzeals. And then Star Sisters, that's a fire 4, so any of the fire Ryzeals. Just any card I need in the deck with attacking. I summoned Ryzeal 1 time because Duo Drive can modify stats.
Okay.
So Ryzeal can pop those any monster I need to. Onto the kind of utility rank 4 here, we got Tornado Dragon. Just gonna get into a handful of decks. Exciton Knight, if I need to if I ever get to a situation. I never summoned it once, but it was good to have. I summoned it once because it was a fiend.
Yeah.
I summoned it once, yeah, that was it. Baguska. Baguska is obviously a good card. There was times where you can set up a board where you have you leave Star on board, you have Drake Shark Engrave, and then I'll get to the situation in a second here. And you have the Trap card in graveyard. I'm playing Totally Awesome in the extra deck. I can't summon it. There's no way to summon this card anymore, but you can X, send it to graveyard to add back Drake Shark to hand.
Okay.
Or add back a Shark card to hand. So what you do is you have it underneath Detonator.
Yeah.
Use it in effect, detach the Totally Awesome Papa card on Riz, add back Drake, is added to hand, summon it, and then you can use the Plasma Hole, summon Baguska on their turn.
You can immediately summon it on their turn. Yeah, that's cool. Wow.
You just summon Baguska on their turn after you use your detonator.
Cheeky.
Yeah. You detonate for a couple times, and then you just go add next action, make Baguska.
Baguska, it's just like
That's what the Toad's for. It's just an X send. You can never summon it.
Wow.
Dugaras, because Dugaras is a good card. It draws 2.
Did you summon anything off of it at all?
I did. I used it to I was in a jam, and I had a Ryzeal in graveyard, so I went effective Dugaras, target an extra Ryzeal in graveyard, bring it back, make detonator. Which won me the game, because I did that.
I was wondering if you were using that way.
Gallant Granite. I can add Nib. I just, if I have extra 4s, I just go, I buy Detonator plus like a Duo Drive. I go, cool, make Gallant Granite, add Nib, and then I can either use it as a rock and an earth for the guys, or for the Nemesises, or it's just another name. It's just another body. It was really good, just to have Nib as a backup. Last card in the extra deck, Flame Banshee. Adds any pyro, so it adds any of the light pyro Ryzeals, so Star, Extra, Ice. As an extender.
Fate and a searcher,
Yeah, and there's something in the side deck here that I'll show in a second that they can also add. That was 15 extra deck. Onto the 15 card side deck. 3 Lancia, mandatory, and then the 1 Archfiend Seraph to search Lancia with attacking on target. Obviously. I played against 2 Malice players. I won the first round against Malice. I put this in. It was really good. And I played against Bruce Menard on Malice. Round 4. I bricked on 3 Meowls, Nib, Deshatos going first. It kind of sucked. I didn't see Lancia going second, so it was like whatever.
Yeah, that'll do with that deck.
3 Droll.
I was wondering.
Yeah, it's in the side deck because I want to be Molt Charming, I don't want them to be. I want to draw myself.
Yeah.
So this is in the side deck. Against Mitsurugi, I'll take up one of each Molt Charming and then put in the nibs.
Oh.
So I have 6 Chummies and then 3 Drolls against Mitsurugi because they're all kind of good against Mitsurugi, but Drolls is so much better. Flag and the 30 Shatos. So Banshee can add flag. A lot of times I would going into game 2 or 3, I would just never normal summon.
Yeah.
Banshee add flag, normal summon flag, search for a Nemesis monster. Because I'm not proactively banishing my cards.
No.
The only time that happens is if Mouse player banishes my cards, which they're not gonna do. They're not gonna do once I see this in the deck.
Yeah, they won't.
So I would normal summon it more often than anything. Wouldn't add and this was just the third one to put it against Malice or Mitsurugi. Just if I draw one, I can just summon it and nuke the board. I only ever put these cards in. This is the only cards I put in the side deck. The rest of the side deck just never came up, which I'll go over why in a second. But I would put these 5 in against Mitsurugi, and I would put these 5 in against Malice.
Standard. And that's what your matchups most of the time. Probably.
Yeah, I played against 2 Malice, 2 Labyrinth players, 1 Stunned, and 1 Feats with Labyrinth, and then the other 4 Mitsurugi.
Okay.
Pure and 1 Mitsurugi Ryzeal. The last 6 cards here were on Retaliating Sea. This was for just in case I played against Memento. This card is a house against Memento. Plus it's a 4 for Ryzeal stuff.
I like that. That's a good spot.
It never came up, but it was there just because I needed it. Last year were Spooky Dogwood. For time, and it's also kind of a way just like if it was like a deck that went really wide, this said stop your turn or you can never kill me.
Yeah.
It never came up, like I said. I didn't go into time ever. It never came up that part. But it also I used to main this card.
Yeah.
But after I thought about it, I didn't really want it anymore. It also bridges Perulia into anything I need to, because Perulia is a water, and this is a water. Goes into another.
Off anything in the deck for Small World?
Huh?
Can you add it for Small World if you have to?
If I needed to, yeah. I could go any 4 into a shark into this.
Yeah. So that's cute.
15 on the side, D6 never came up. That would change this out for something else. I didn't know. Maybe like Ultimate Slayer would have been nice.
Yeah.
Just to out like detonator. Yeah. That's it. Shout out to Team Maui on the token. Shout out Trevor for letting me borrow his Charmies. Shout out Eastern for letting me borrow his 7 Tachyons. And East for driving me to the regional.
3 hours.
Yeah, there is both ways. So
I appreciate it, man. We will see you again.
See you guys.